No matter how long you've lived in an area, there will always be new people to meet and places to discover. Welcome to Spots, where we strive to explore the big stories in small cities. In today's episode, we'll be learning about 3 local landmarks in Lynchburg, Virginia. Let's delve into the history of Lynchburg. Spot number 1 on our list is the Lynchburg Museum, located at 901 Court Street.
My name is Whitney Roberts, and I am educator and volunteer coordinator here at the Lynchburg Museum. Our mission is to preserve, interpret the history and material culture of Lynchburg and the surrounding area. Well, it is definitely a landmark because of its age. The building is our largest artifact, being built in 1855. It is a Greek Revival courthouse and served as Lynchburg's court from 1855 until the early 1970s. In the mid-1970s, it became the Lynchburg Museum at the old courthouse. In 2000 to 2007, the building went through major renovation and restoration, and we reopened with brand new exhibits at the end of January 2008. When you walk right in the front door of the Lynchburg Museum, the first thing you see is our timeline of Lynchburg history from 1607 to 2007.
From there, you can visit Lynchburg Life, which features artifacts regarding Lynchburg education, sports, entertainment, and businesses. There's Piedmont Pride, which highlights Lynchburg military heroes, the Art and Artisans Gallery, which is devoted to paintings and other fine art pieces, and Ornament on the Hill, a gallery dedicated to the courthouse. There are also 2 new exhibits on display.
In our aviation exhibit, Lynchburg Takes Flight, which just opened this past June, we talk about Leland Melvin, Lynchburg's own astronaut. We have a cutout that people can take selfies with. We talk about Preston Glenn. We talk about a lot of Lynchburg's history that a lot of people don't know and realize. Our other special exhibit right now is the 7 Hills of History, talking about the 7 hills that are in Lynchburg, plus some other notable hills as well, because as we all know, Lynchburg is a very hilly place.
The Lynchburg Museum System hosts around 20,000 visitors each year, and museum admission is free for all.
To learn more about the Lynchburg Museum, you can go to our website, lynchburgmuseum.org. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Sunday, noon to 4.
Exploring the 3 stories of the Lynchburg Museum can tire anybody out, so what better way to perk yourself up than with a fresh dessert? Next on our list is a visit to the oldest bakery in Lynchburg.
My name is Richard Hinckley, co-owner of Chestnut Hill Bakery. Chestnut Hill Bakery has been here at this location, 5216 Ford Avenue, since 1968.
Richard and his wife Glenda are actually Chestnut Hill Bakery's 3rd set of owners, but they make sure to stay true to its roots while still incorporating some new ideas.
We have all the original recipes, probably have most of the same equipment we used back in 1968, and then have added a few things of our own. Since we took over in 2011, one of the things that we've added is a lot more flavors of cupcakes. Just recently doing keto cookies. That's just one of the diet things people do, staying away from the sugar and the carbs, and seems to be very popular. Popular products that we have, obviously the donuts, making fresh every day, but one of the things that seems to go a lot lately, and as far as I know we're the only ones doing them in Lynchburg, are the cream puffs. Cream puffs are all made from scratch here. That and the brownies, just about everything. And the baby cakes, little teeny individual cakes, and enough just for 1 or 2 people, and just real quick, they easy pick them up and out they go. On a daily basis, probably see somewhere around 100 transactions or more a day. Weekends, that obviously increases. People are getting ready for celebrations and birthdays or parties, so we see a lot more cakes going out the door. And then the holidays, it just explodes. Thanksgiving this year, for example, we did over 700 pies, so it kept us very, very busy.
Food preparation starts around 3 in the morning so that the baked goods can be ready for the store's opening at 7. The staff's dedication is a major part of what makes Chestnut Hill Bakery special.
We love special orders. We love it when people call. It doesn't matter how small the order is. We've got one guy that comes in from out of town and gets 10 to 12 honey buns, and he always orders. We know he's coming, so we always make extra just for him.
The Hinkleys accredit the bakery's success not only to their hard work, but also to their faith.
The Lord opened a lot of doors for us to be able to take over this business. We've been married for 42 years. I've been in security and law enforcement almost my entire career. Glenda was a teacher. And when she stopped here and then told me about what she thought we were going to do here and need to pray about it, I'm like, I am not a businessman. I never thought I'd be a baker. You never know what God's going to do to lead you in a certain direction. And that's the fun part about all this.
Before our journey of Lynchburg comes to a close, let's take a stroll through the oldest and largest independent bookstore in Lynchburg. Gibbons Books in Little Dickens is located at 2236 Lakeside Drive, and it's the perfect place to pick up a souvenir on our way out.
My name is Danny Gibbons, owner and president of Gibbons Books Little Dickens here in Lynchburg, Virginia.
The bookstore was originally run by Danny's father, George, out of a renovated 1930s gas station. When George retired in 1999, Danny bought him out and transformed Gibbons Books into the most whimsical shop around.
1976 is when we started, and we started as just strictly a used bookstore. So we're now, in our 43rd year. It evolved into new books, and then it evolved and moved to another location before this one to involve even a larger quantity of new books and used books. We started Little Dickens, which is the toy part, in 1989, so 13 years after the bookstore. And then in 1999 moved to this current location and built this specifically for then kind of 4 stores in one. So used books, new books, teacher supplies, toys, and we added the cafe. So it's all now in one location, 16,000 square feet. When it comes to, who we cater to, I think primarily the common thread that weaves itself through most of our customers is curiosity. And when we blended the 2 stores, they dovetailed so beautifully together because it was books and it was educational toys and then it was teacher supplies. And so we found the homeschoolers were coming in, and then just parents that wanted to get involved with their kids and learning and making sure that they were reading and play. I mean, play is just a beautiful part of that too. It was just catering to the curious mind. That's our mission essentially.
With thousands of items to choose from, there's something out there guaranteed to bring out your inner child.
There's a lot of toys over there, but this happens to be one that has gotten the attention of a lot of customers. And it's basically a balancing toy, but it's magnetic. So what you're trying to do, the object is to hold your hand still enough. You would actually align these all without using 2 hands and end up here with perfectly aligned wooden discs that have magnets in between each one. But it's a lot harder than you think. And then to even make it more challenging, you do it upside down to see if you can do it. It's a quirky toy. From the street, I think the design alone kind of helps draw you in. It's a little unusual. When people come in and first get introduced to the store, I think when they get introduced to the service and the product and the feel and the ambiance and the atmosphere and all these things gathered to make shopping more than just simply the acquisition of a product. Then on top of that, add to it that I think we have an unusual array of product as well. And so I think it's about making it an experience. And that happens with a lot of our customers, and we get a lot of them coming back and our knowledge of the product, and then we're connected to the community. So I think there's all these little levels and factors that are involved in connecting people with us, and I think that's happening more and more with the whole buy local experience. It's not just us, it's other really well-run, locally owned businesses. It's just kind of a peaceful refuge away from their studies and work.
Thank you for joining me for the first episode of Spots. We've learned about history, food, and even done a little retail therapy. I hope this inspires you to get out and explore, because you never know what stories are hiding in plain sight until you take a look around.